Hi friends, this is Mainak Misra and welcome back to my channel. Today I will discuss with you Ingmar Bergman's Autumn Sonata. Ingmar Bergman is one of the most serious filmmakers ever. He never made film only for entertainment or good times. His films always carry important issues. They confront the viewers with difficult scenarios and numerous questions. It always contains important, sensitive, and numerous difficult questions. Autumn Sonata is not an exception. After summer interlude, Bergman started digging deeper into women's psyche. In Autumn Sonata, he portrays the enormous pain, suffering, and trauma of two neglected daughters, Eva and Helena. And when the elder daughter, Eva, confronts her mother, Charlotte, world renowned pianist, with difficult questions, she doesn't have an answer and breaks down in tears. Bergman shows that life is more important than art. Art should be inspired by life and not dictating it. Without life, art seems to be futile and feeble. In the film, Eva and Victor, her husband, a minister, had not known each other for a long time. They met first time at a personage, at a at a conference in a personage, where Eva was present as a journalist. Victor instantly fell in love and he proposed to marry him to Eva on the way while returning from the conference. But Eva did not answer instantly. When she entered the room at the personage, she said that I feel at home here. And since then, they have been living a happy and quiet life at the personage. And she revealed her past life to Victor. She had a relationship with a doctor, stayed with him for several years, and then she suffered from tuberculosis and broke off the engagement. She wrote two books there. In one of the books, she wrote, my biggest obstacle is I don't know who I am, and everyone must learn how to live. Victor also confirms that he loves Eva wholeheartedly. However, he does not know how to express it in words. Eva invites her mother, Charlotte, a world renowned pianist, to stay with them for a few days after the demise of her live in partner of 13 years, Leonardo. She approves her request and arrives at the personage, but gets utterly surprised to see her disabled and paralyzed daughter Helena there. Eva has been taking care of her for last 2 years. Charlotte has the worst nightmare during her sleep. She sees that somebody is trying to choke her to death. She wakes up and goes to the living room. Eva goes there as well after hearing her screaming, and an emotional battle breaks out between the two. Eva complains to her that family and the daughters were never her priority. She was more focused on her career, even cheated her husband Joseph with Martin. When Eva and Joseph would patiently wait for her return, she would write elaborative letters describing her lavish foreign tours. She was nothing more than a doll to her mother to play with when she liked. She was so self-centered that she would not allow Eva to enter her room during her piano practice. Whenever she was ill or a little naughty, Charlotte would hand over her to the nursemaid. Eva clearly says that she might have succeeded as a world-renowned pianist, but she has definitely failed as a mother. It is very heartbreaking to see that a daughter was concerned during her childhood regarding her looks. Her mother once said that she should have been a boy. She was ugly, lean, angular, with wide lips, big cow's eyes, and no eyebrows. She had thin arms and big feet. Only a mother without motherly love can comment like this, that he should have been a boy. It's heartbreaking to see. And Charlotte never failed or meant what she communicated. When she was mad at her husband Joseph, she would call my dearest. When she was utterly irritated by Eva or tired of Eva, she would refer to her as my darling little girl. Eva had a relationship, an affair with Stefan and got pregnant, but had to abort the baby as Charlotte guided her that way. But Eva and Stefan did not want to abort the baby. She forced Eva to wear toothbrushes, dresses as she liked, and read long books. Eva forgot how to live independently and had nightmares, as if the freedom of choosing preferences was stripped of her life. She is so frustrated that she refers to the motherly relationship, mother and daughter relationship, as a terrible combination. Viewers get tormented by how a mother can ruin her daughter's life. Bergman's Autumn Sonata is a painful story of neglected daughters. Charlotte seems to be the main villain in the film and the only person responsible for the enormous trauma and suffering of her two daughters, Eva and Helena. This may be true. However, she was also devoid of parental love and care during her childhood. She remembers very little about her childhood and can't remember at all her parents caressing and loving her during that time. So it's quite obvious that she would also treat her daughters that way. Means there is huge possibility. And exactly she did the same. She felt that she only existed in this world without living, and she could express her feelings only through music. She can't remember any faces, her husband, mother, daughters. She only remembers that deliveries hurt. And she asks her agent Paul on the train Why can't Helena die? And refers to her partner, Adam, as an idiot as he tried to commit suicide. So she is totally ignorant of basic human emotions like touch, connection, love, affection, contact. She does not know, so she did not value the relationships, not even the relationship with her daughters. It's a very painful story. Bergman is not against the fame and fortune of women, but his only point is that the children should be treated properly, should be given love and affection. Otherwise, this tendency will get propagated into future lives, and there is no way we can come out of that. What happened to Charlotte got propagated into the lives of Eva and Helena, and same trend will continue. There's a huge possibility the same thing may be propagated into future as well, and he does not want that. Bergman's screenplay is detailed and elaborative. He builds each character in detail in the screenplay, and it reaches supreme level of excellence during the emotional battle of Eva and Charlotte when Charlotte wakes up from her nightmare. And this film can be remembered for Liv Ullmann, brilliant performance as a bereaved mother and as a neglected daughter. She lost her son Eric, and when she describes that, it is so heartbreaking and pathetic to hear. And viewers, as if the tears will come out of viewers' eyes. And the iconic aura of Ingrid Bergman. This film might have been inspired by her own life, because as an iconic actress, Ingrid Bergman went through multiple ups and downs in her own personal life, and that might have inspired Ingmar Bergman to make this film, to write this film. And once she requested Ingmar Bergman to cast her in his film. Bergman did that, but their collaboration was not very smooth. They quarreled multiple times during the shooting, and she was the only person who questioned Ingmar Bergman regarding the screenplay. So it was not a very happy combination. But Ingrid Bergman's acting and that combination with Eva Lee Woolman is just mind-blowing, brilliant performance. And Erland Josephson as Joseph and Gunnar Bondstrand as Agent Paul, they all justify their performances. And Lena Neiman as Helena is just brilliant. Please see her expression, as disabled and paralyzed daughter is just brilliant. So the cast is extremely, brilliant and very, very powerful. We can see that viewers can see brilliant and very powerful acting from all the actors cast in the film. And Sven Nykvist's cinematography is just magnificent. The film has very limited setup. It looks claustrophobic, but Sven Nykvist marks his brilliant cinematography in the film. He uses the yellowish color palette that creates the autumnal look and the color, flavor, that setup. And he also uses a washed out color palette that creates the wintry atmosphere in the film. So on the one hand, he created the autumnal look, and on the other hand, he created the wintry atmosphere at the same time. His camera is very static, but sometimes it moves when the characters move. And as I mentioned earlier, that this film his cinematography is multidimensional. So, sometimes you see that autumnal color, vigor, everything, and after some time you can see a little bit washed out color. So it's very dynamic film. Sometimes camera is mostly static, and sometimes it little bit moves also. Sometimes dynamic, and those world-renowned close-ups. There are numerous such type of close-ups where Bergman and Sven Beast are very famous, and he captures Eva's reaction when Charlotte plays the piano. She feels little insecure and a lot of admiration for her mother. And the same way he captures he captures Charlotte's reactions, emotional reaction when Eva plays the piano. So those close-ups, those capture the pain, trauma, suffering, that emotional outburst, everything on the screen. Brilliant cinematography. And regarding music, Bergman contemplated films through music, so music is an essential element of his films. Autumn Sonata is not an exception. Sonata in the title indicates that to the viewer, and he uses the music pieces of Bach, Chopin, and Handel. Handel's the sonata in F major from the early classical period is used during the credit roll. It creates the that calm, quiet, and restrained atmosphere at the starting, and when Eva and Victor's relationship is shown, and then in the middle he uses the that is from early classical period, and now from romantic period he uses Chopin's Prelude number 2 in a minor when Eva and Charlotte play that piece on piano, and it is romantic, but at the same point of time there is a suppressed torment also in that music piece. This is, as I mentioned earlier, that is nicely captured on the screen in close-ups by Sven Nykvist. And Bergman also uses Bach's Suite number 4 S-dur in a flat major. So that is also used in the film, and this is one of the most precious examples how to use music efficiently in a film. So these are all, any department you think about, this film is just brilliant and very classic. But the setup, the setting is very limited. Almost, in a particular, in a very closed atmosphere. It's not, the setup is not very stretched out. But how Bergman and Sven Nykvist created that, that cinematic masterpiece that we have to see. And everybody, I think you have already seen this film. If you have not, please see this film and support my channel. Press the bell icon so that you do not miss regular updates. Subscribe to my channel and please support me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you and bye.